Hello again. Welcome back to Take Profit Trading live stream. Today is the 25th of January 2024, and we are back in action today after our worst trading day yesterday. We had a bad day yesterday. Hello again. Welcome back to Take Profit Trading. Watching my own stream. At least then I get some viewers. Yeah, so we had a bad day yesterday. We had a losing day on the stream for I think the first time. And we had two losing trades, which was particularly bad. So yesterday we actually lost $207.74, including commissions. And that puts us down to minus 79 for the week, and still up on the month for $895. Disappointing, because I was hoping for yesterday a good run yesterday and today, and it would have meant that we would have been funded by the end of the week potentially, but it's not to happen, unfortunately. So it doesn't look like it's going to be this week that we get funded, but it's fine. It is what it is. The NASDAQ was just really pushing it yesterday, and it wasn't letting the Dow fall, even though it did want to fall, as it showed later in the evening. We went short here, and on all these three bars here, the Nasdaq was pushing, and so was the S&P, and we were basically short the weakest market out of the three, which I was happy about, but we didn't. We had a stop loss here basically, so we got taken long, and then it took a few hours, but we eventually got stopped out short as well. But the market did eventually go in a direction that I thought it was going to go, because it was the weakest market. The NASDAQ didn't fall as much. It fell quite a bit, I think. Just the NASDAQ wasn't giving up yesterday at all, unfortunately. Just wasn't giving up. So, yeah, that's what happened yesterday. Today's new day is not connected to yesterday. We need to remember that, and we need to remember that yesterday we stuck to our strategy. That is that was the main thing. Could have gone wrong if we'd gone into some sort of revenge trading or something like that, but we didn't do that, thankfully, and we just took the two trades. We got $25,979 in the account. We need to get to 26,500. So we're about $521 away now. Yesterday we were $312 something dollars away. So a bit further away, but nothing to worry about too much. It just means that it's going to be a little bit longer before we get funded, I think. News out today, we don't have anything from now. Anyway, we had the European Central Bank press conference. They kept the interest rates the same, apparently. Unfortunately, not bringing them down just yet. And we got new home sales on the hour, so but I don't think that will affect us too much. First 15-minute bar is formed. It's given us a range of 38018, 100 points. That's not a bad, well, opening bar anyway. Hopefully we get some good movement today on the Dow. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. I'm gonna put in a something in the chat here, just so that I can get any viewers that join halfway through this live stream. So just give me a second there. I think you should still be able to hear me if I talk. It's not
Order working. Order working. Stop filled.
Yeah, sorry about that. My microphone just fell out of the computer, so I had to plug that back in. The only thing is, like, the NASDAQ is been leading the other two in the last couple of days. Today is the weakest market. Yesterday it was the strongest market by far. But today is probably the weakest. It's had the weakest open anyway. And the Dow has had a strong open. It's increased from its open price over almost 100 points, and the NASDAQ has increased from its open price. Sorry, decreased from its open price by 50, 60 points. And the S&P has, well, just stayed where it is, pretty much. But yesterday, what happened was the Dow was trying to fall. The Dow was really quite weak. It had a really weak open, and then the NASDAQ was pushing, and it didn't want to. It was just not. It was just relentless. Like, just kept on pushing, and the Dow didn't want to go down until there's some sort of agreement amongst all the markets, by the looks of it. And because the NASDAQ was pushing, then the Dow just didn't want to break. It did in the end. It took me long, unfortunately, before it did that, and yeah, that's how yesterday went. But we've been over that, and today is not connected. But we are long what is the strongest market, I would say, at the minute, which I'm happy about, and I just hope that we get some sort of momentum from the NASDAQ as well, and that it doesn't fall all the way down here to 600 points before it starts to do something. Same with the Dow. I mean, we got nice push up, but finished on that, on basically the high of the bar, and when that happens, then quite often the next bar can be a big red bar. I talked about this a couple of days in a row. I think it was the same yesterday, pretty much. Yeah, so we got taken long here on this bar, exactly the same as today, pretty much. But on this one we'd actually got stopped out as well, and then we got a big red bar. Did start to push up after that as well, but didn't push up for many points. We'll see how today goes. If we lose, we lose. If we win, we win. Great. But today would be a big sucker punch. Losing $400 potentially for the day. How many points we got risking? Just calculate exactly how much risk in terms of monetary value we've got. We've got 150 minus. Yeah, we got $342 of risk today, maximum. If we lose both trades again, which would be a real pain in the backside. But we'll see. NASDAQ's trying to make a return. S&P is, again, I don't even know why I look at the S&P sometimes. It's not doing much. But the fact that the Dow and the S&P are resisting the NASDAQ's fall fills me with a bit more confidence than yesterday. And the fact that we're now long the strongest markets out of the three, that seems to be the strongest markets anyway, then that also makes me happy. Okay, we're back to break even. Once again, I've talked about it in the past. If we endure a loss, our position goes into a losing position like it has done quite significantly, and maybe for some prolonged period of time as well, then if it gets back to break even like it has now, and I was funded and I had quite a cushion away from my drawdown, then I would be adding to the position. I wouldn't be adding to it here just because I'm trying to be a bit more conservative, but I would actually be adding to the position here in anticipation of higher prices. I know that to a lot of people is backwards, but when you work in an industry that where 90% of people lose money, then you sort of have to do backwards, because normal doesn't make money. NASDAQ was pushing, and it's pushing strongly now, which is very nice to see. S&P is also doing the same, making new highs on the day. NASDAQ is trying to get back to its opening price on the day. If we go through the opening price, then I'm pretty confident for us to get a good push up on the Dow as well. It'd be great to get up to our take profit today, make some of the losses back from yesterday, put us back above 26,000 and back on track, so to speak. Opa. But let's see if we can think about moving our stop loss, huh? We've definitely got a position to move it to. I want to move it there once we get a bit higher, maybe. Especially how we've been in this bar for a couple of minutes now, but it's not really doing much at the minute. But it's definitely got a place for us to reduce our loss now, which I'm happy about. As soon as it starts pushing a bit higher, then I think I'm going to move my stop loss to around 90, maybe 90. Yeah, 90. That will reduce our risk by a half, which is good for us. But I do want to see it push higher first. When we have such a big stop loss like today, then my main priority is to get my stop loss to reduce somehow. Originally, when we got taken long, we didn't really have a logical place to move our stop loss to. Maybe somewhere like 38,080, but now we've had this low formed here. If we get a good push up here, then I'm happy to move it below this low to reduce our risk, and wait for higher prices, hopefully. NASDAQ definitely pushed. Okay, it looks like the Dow is trying to push again, which is nice to see. If it gets to about 80, then I'm thinking that we're gonna move our stop loss up. If it gets to 80, that'll be 30 points away from our open price. For anyone who's watching and thinking that I don't trade with much size, then yeah, you're right. 3 micros on the Dow is $1.50 per point. It's not a lot of size. I aim for 100 points pretty much. So yeah, we get we get not an awful lot of money compared to 100 points on the NASDAQ, for example. If you trade 100 points on the NASDAQ with one mini, then you'll be up $2,000, I think. That's right, yeah. Where if you trade 100 points on the Dow on 1 minute, then you'll get about $500, which is significantly less. But the 100 points on the Dow comes a lot easier than 100 points on the NASDAQ. The price of the NASDAQ is about half of what the Dow price is. 38,150 for the Dow, and for the NASDAQ it's 17,710. So it's just under half of what the price is for the Dow, and so a 1% move in the Dow will give you a lot more points than it would in a NASDAQ. So yeah, we got a first 15-minute bar formed once we're in the trade anyway. And the second one has just started to form. The NASDAQ has had a nice return, and the S&P is slowly starting to push higher by the looks of it. It's stuck in this range though, 21 to 10 pretty much. 11-point range on the S&P. If it breaks out of that, then that's great. We get a good push higher, I think. It looks like it already tried to break out a little bit with this on this last 15-minute candle, and it didn't seem to get out, unfortunately. But the NASDAQ push high was strong, but it's also getting to the top of its range, so to speak. The Dow is still hovering around at our break-even point. Again, it has got some sort of resistance here. So you can see there's quite a lot of trading volume has happened there. So there's potentially quite a bit of resistance. A little bit of resistance. I don't think it's too much, but it could be enough to give us another return down to this level here. That's why I don't want to move my stop until we've got past this. But all the markets are trying to go in the same direction, which is good. And we are long on the strongest market out of the three, which is also a good position to be in. Dow's trying to make a push higher, which is promising. NASDAQ's not doing much. The S&P is trying to break out of that range. It's just not doing it. I feel like the lag on the NASDAQ is just not letting both of these markets push out to where they want to push out to. Just yet. We might get a good surge in the NASDAQ. If we get a good surge in the NASDAQ, then I think we get a good surge in all three markets. But it is a bit slow still. Just gonna quickly nip to the bathroom and see if that moves the market at all, like it sometimes does. Okay, I love it when I go to the toilet and things start to move a little bit. So we've pushed up to 80 now, so I'm gonna move my stop loss to 90. And then try and steal some viewers off other streams. But yeah, good. The Dow is pushing. What's happening on the other guys? Yeah, NASDAQ's pushing for new highs on the day. It's made its way through that high, through the high, last swing high, and also the opening price as well, which is good to see. We've now reduced our stop to half of what it was originally. So we've got a 60-point stop loss on the Dow, which is going to be a $90 loss if we lose that, which is not bad. Reduced it from 170 to $90, so pretty much halved it. Got a lot of live streamers come over to Apex recently, huh? Trades by Matt turned over from Top Step, and now Patrick. I've just had a look at Patrick Wyland. He is also he's also now on Apex as well. Well, he's doing an evaluation on Apex anyway, right now. So yeah, we had a decent push up on the Dow. not much has happened since we got there. We got maybe a double top forming on the NASDAQ. Probably what people are seeing anyway. A double top. And but we've gone through that double top on the ES and also on the Dow, so I'm not too worried about that. But I do hope that the NASDAQ doesn't get laggy again, because people are seeing a double top and they're starting to sell it. I'm hoping that, yeah, great, we got a double top. So we got sellers, and that's just going to add to our liquidity. Take that money off those sellers basically as we push higher for the day. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. The candle on the Dow isn't looking fantastic, unfortunately. The S&P is pushing nicely, quite steadily. It's finally broken out its range. It's finally woken up, the S&P. The Dow reached 38,200 and it just, well, almost. It just got slapped back down, but there was no real volume there, unfortunately. So I don't know why that happened. Hopefully it's a fake want to get some more sellers involved before we make a break to high to the upside. But we got our stop in place at 60 points stop loss, so if we lose, then we lose, and we'll lose less money than what we would have originally done anyway. Oops. Yeah, so we got basically not a nice candle forming at the minute on the Dow. I don't like that. And I think it's because people have started to see a bit of a double top on the NASDAQ, and well, I mean, it's not really been sold that much, huh? Don't really know why that's happened so much. S&P is still strong. NASDAQ's still strong. Yeah. Technically, I don't know why that's happened. From a technical analysis side. I don't like it though. At all. Got a minute and a half until this candle closes. Minute and a half until this candle closes, and then we will see what happens, because by technical analysis, retail traders will see this as an inverted hammer probably, and may sell below it depending on how strong it closes. Retail traders don't make money, so we hopefully will get hopefully get some more liquidity into the market as they sell short, and then as they start to lose money, then with the stops above this recent high, then we'll hopefully get a good push up to the upside. NASDAQ is pushing higher, and also the S&P is still strong. It's just the Dow is just unfortunately gone the wrong direction in this candle for some reason. I see we have another viewer online. Hello, welcome. Say hello in the chat if you can. I don't know if you can or not. And good to see you. Did you come from Matt, or did you come from Patrick? I was trying to steal some views from them guys. Maybe it worked. Maybe you came over from them. I think Patrick's stream was broken, huh? NASDAQ's pushing again. And the S&P is also pushing. NASDAQ's really pushing, huh? Why isn't the Dow pushing? Why? Dow, where are you going? Stop going down. Stop going down. We need you to go up. You were doing so well, huh? You were the strongest market off the blocks. You were the leader, the bee's knees, everything. And now you're going the wrong way, Dow. You're going the wrong way, unfortunately. What can we do? We have moved our stop up, so we've reduced our risk. We're not going to move that again. That's just going to get stopped out here, potentially at 38.090, 25 points away from being stopped out. Hello, hello, Oli Trading. Hello, hello. How are you doing? Welcome to the live day trading from Take Profit Trading. You are my second viewer, I believe, ever. So welcome. Congratulations. I'll never forget you either. Yeah, we're currently long in the Dow. We had a good push up. We had a good push up from the NASDAQ and the S&P, both sides. Yeah, the Dow has been the strongest market out of the three as well. We're almost about to get stopped out. We had our stop loss down here at 38.037 originally. We've moved it up to 0.90, and it's about to get hit. There it is. That's hit.
Order cancelled.
So that's $90 lost so far on the day. We still have our short order in place, but I don't really want to get taken short so much, but that is the strategy. So if we get taken short, we get taken short, and we have to do the strategy. Yeah, so hopefully there'll be a little bit of time here between our short. So yeah, Oli, how do you say your name? Great to have you. If you're interested in day trading, I've started this up since the start of the year, doing a challenge to get funded on Apex. These are our results so far. We got currently $895 up for the month, minus 90 that we've just lost. Yesterday was our worst day of trading. If you're interested in trading and learning and learning a different approach, I should say, maybe psychology is quite a strong part of what I like to focus on. If you like that sort of thing, then please don't hesitate to subscribe and just hit that like button. That would be also very nice as well. We could do with it, because as you can see, we've got 2 viewers at the minute and one of them is me. I am the other viewer. You are the only genuine viewer here. So It'd be much appreciated if you like this, at least like it. I don't care if you leave after. Oh, I do care if you leave after it. But if you want to leave after it, then you can leave. But it'd be much appreciated if you could like it, because life as a YouTuber, as a small YouTuber, on when you're starting out is tough. Huh? You probably know. Yeah, but the Dow just really turned weak all of a sudden. There was nothing really to indicate why it went so weak even. On the daily charts, it's still up on the day. Yeah, nothing really to indicate why it's done that so fast. But I think we're gonna get triggered short here at 38.036. And if we get trigger short, then we'll have our stop loss at 38.150 and take profit at 37.936 as well. We got some news maybe? Yeah. Let's just get triggered here. Okay.
Stop filled.
Three micro contracts in the Dow anyway. Let's see what this came out. Yeah. No idea what that's going to mean for us. But Auli, hi again. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to ask any questions either. I am here for your. Well, I'm here to show you my journey on how I trying to pass this account, but I'm also here to try and entertain you, and also to try and teach some things if you're interested. So the S&P is back down to the bottom of its range again here, and probably get a significant bounce off of that. And also the NASDAQ has got a lower part of its range around 17,662. The Dow is the weakest at the minute by the looks of it. Again, we've completely flipped today. Yes, today we started strongest. The Dow was the strongest when it opened, and then now it's just gone downhill for the Dow anyway. But yeah, well, yesterday we had two rare occurrence on our account where we had two losing trades for the day. You can see here in the results that we had two trades yesterday. We always have two trades on a Wednesday, and we always do significantly worse on Wednesday, so which is interesting. But we had two trades yesterday, and we lost $207. Two trades every day this week so far. Even today we've had two trades. So we'll see how this second one goes on the Dow. Hoping for a good push lower. NASDAQ still, NASDAQ, people seem to have seen that as a double top and have sold that definitely. S&P is just following it. At least all the markets are going in the right direction, not like yesterday. But I'm glad we managed to get our stop loss up, because we definitely would have been stopped out for the larger portion. We would have lost twice as much as we've lost already. So that is a good thing that we managed to do that. I would like to get my stop loss down on this one as well, but currently, obviously, that's not going to happen. No real logical place to put it yet. If we start to push lower, then maybe we can get it down to around 80. But that's only if we get a good significant push lower down to around past 38,000. I'll be happy to move my stop loss down. But now it's just a waiting game. Now we've been triggered short. It's just a waiting game to see what actually is going to happen. NASDAQ's trying to push back up, and the S&P has probably tried to push back up from its range here. Yeah, which is what we expected a little bit, at least for a bounce. Even if it doesn't materialize into anything higher, then at least we get a bounce off the lower parts of these original ranges that were in play. The Dow is still the weakest, thankfully, at the minute. Anyway, and it does have resistance. Sorry, it does have some sort of support here and a lower around 38,010. So if we get through that down to 38,000, then I'm looking at moving my stop down significantly lower. Maybe it's somewhere around 38,100 initially, and then maybe down to 80 later on as well. That would be a good measure, I think, just to reduce some risk off the table. Thank you for the like, Oli. Much appreciated. I can see you did that, and thanks a lot for that. I'll be back in 1 second. Нет. So the wife and kid just came home, as you can probably hear. He doesn't like it when I hide in here, but I have nowhere else to go. Yeah, I have nowhere else to hide, unfortunately. But they brought me salami stick, which is nice. And market's not done much while I've been away anyway. Well, NASDAQ's fully retraced that bar actually. S&P is trying. The Dow isn't really trying, which is good. Sign that it's still weak, at least. It's gonna be annoying if we got stopped out and then triggered short by a tick. I think the lowest it's gone is 36. Maybe 35. Yeah, it's gone down to 35. So it would be annoying if we got stopped out and then taken short like that. And it just rips back up like the NASDAQ and the yes, but it's not It's not threatening to do that at the minute, thankfully. There's a new 15-minute bar, and it's actually threatening to do lower prices at the minute. If we get past this 38, if we get past 38,000, then I'll be happy to move my stop down. Come on down. Let's drop today. I don't want 2 big losing days in a row. Not after this month has been so well so far. If we get to our take profit today, then we will be up what, $60, $55. It's not an awful lot. But it's better than a kick in the teeth, and it's better than yesterday. It's better than losing overall. But yeah, I still seem to have 2 viewers in a row at the minute, which one of them is me, so it means there's someone else in here. So whoever it is, then don't be afraid to say hello. I won't bite, I promise. In fact, I'd quite happily speak to you through this stream. Makes it more interesting, and it makes me happy that I've got another viewer that's still watching, surprisingly. But we're slowly making our way down on the Dow. There is this opening range that we had here. The fact that we've gone through the opening price as well is quite exciting, I guess, in the sense that we could have had the high here of the day up here now, and look to finish the day on the lows, I think. But once we get through here, if we get through here, 38,018, and we get pushes lower past 38,000, which is where we're getting to now, which is looking good, I'm going to start moving my stop loss down. So where can we move it to? Where can we move our stop loss down to? Not an awful lot of places, to be honest. I'm going to have to go down to the 1 minute bar, and I'm going to move it down to I'll move it down to 80. We've significantly just reduced our risk, and we're currently in a winning position. So if we get stopped out now, then we're risking 44 points, which is $66. So a loss on the day would be $150, which is fine. It is fine. That is okay. Hopefully we get a winner. Hopefully we get pushed lower. We've pushed through 38,000 now quite well. I'm still wary of people thinking that this could be a double bottom with this candle here. It doesn't really look like one on the 15-minute, but on the 5-minute one, which a lot of people trade. I don't know. I don't know if people are going to look at that and think, oh, double bottom, great, let's buy. But we'll see. The thing about this is that... Where are we? Thing is about this is... Thanks a lot, Ali. I'll see you tomorrow, and have a nice day yourself. Thing is about this is that we don't know where it's gonna go, do we? That's the question. If we knew, then we would be rich men. Wouldn't we, are we? You've gone already, so I don't know why I keep talking to you. But the NASDAQ and the S&P aren't really dropping at the minute. The S&P is down at the bottom of its range, kind of like the DOW, but the DOW is definitely the weakest at the minute, which is what I like to see. And we also have this double bottom potentially at 37,976 as well, that people may see and may be wanting to buy. But there's 3 double bottoms, one at 986, there's one at 949, and there's one at 911. We're basically aiming for the lowest one, about 100 points. If people see this one as the one that they want to buy, then they'll have, well, if they try and buy this one first of all, then they're gonna put a stop loss maybe below this one, and then if they buy this one, then they're gonna maybe put the stop loss below this one, which may mean a cascade of lower prices basically. S&P is trying to go lower, still at the bottom of its range. The NASDAQ isn't. It's interesting that it got lower and then really pushed back up towards the end of the last 15-minute bar, and now it's trying to go lower again. S&P, if it breaks this lower, then I'll be happy, super happy. Could mean for lower prices on the Dow. But currently we got our risk down to minimal risk at the minute that I'm comfortable with, because we did have quite a lot of risk on the table as we started both of these 2 trades today, and in both the trades we've been able to reduce the risk by at least half, which is very important. Yeah, but I think the time is coming up now to finish the stream shortly. Anyway, and seeming to get quite dark in this room anyway, but I'm just going to turn the lights on shortly. But yeah, I'll probably finish the stream in about 5 minutes, so So we finished we finished in about 5 minutes, but as you can probably see in the background, I don't know, can you see? No, you can't see. But the last few days, this lamp has been very bent for some reason. I don't know why, so I had to bend it back yesterday. I don't know why. I think our kid, he grabs anything and everything, especially if it's like a stick or a pole or something like that. At the minute, he loves walking around with a broom that's like 3 times longer than him. and so he loves to grab anything like that. And this lamp's got quite a long shaft with quite the size that he likes to grab at the minute. So I think he was probably standing on that and bending it for some time anyway. But yeah, we are currently doing quite well in this trade. Doing quite well, and hoping for lower prices. We've got about 60 points left to go. We're about 60 points in profit as well, just a bit less. 40 points in profit. Yeah, what can we say? We're just waiting for this to come and materialize, either hit our stop or hit our take profit. If we get down to, if we break this low double bottom over here, so around 974, if we get to around 379.70, then I think I'm going to move my stop loss to break even. And completely take the risk off the table. That way we can be sure that we're ever gonna lock in $50 for the day, or we're going to stop out for break even, meaning we would lose $90 for the day, $94 with the commissions, maybe a bit more, $96 with commissions once we finish this trade. So yeah, I think 1 more minute, and then I'm gonna leave the trade running at least, and leave the live stream, close the live stream, and then I'll put out the shorts in the evening as to see how this trade actually played out. Hopefully it won't be 3 more hours like it was yesterday, like 2 more hours after this. Hopefully it'll be quite a quick trade. NASDAQ is just doesn't want to break at the minute, does it? S&P doesn't want to break below here either. I'm worried that what's going to happen is going to happen. It's the same as yesterday, where it's the Dow is clearly trying to push lower. It's clearly trying to push lower, but the NASDAQ just is having none of it, and neither is the S&P. S&P is just doing nothing all day. Tried to break out. It did break out a little bit, and then came back down, back into the range. NASDAQ, very much the same. Tried to break lower out of this range, failed. Tried to break above the range, failed. Back into the range. I'm worried that's because the other 2 markets aren't falling so far. Then we're not going to get much satisfaction out of the Dow either. But I think that's it for now. I think I'm going to call it a day. On the live stream anyway. I'm going to keep this recording, and then I'm going to put out the stream later. Sorry, not the stream, the shorts, so that you can see the results. Yeah, good day, I think. Successful day, at least, for the stream. We had Ole come in here. He did some messaging, subscribed, gave us the like. Top man. Absolutely fantastic, Ole. Thank you very much. Couldn't ask for more. and hopefully for more like-minded people like Ali in the future that come along and hopefully value this sort of content as well. But you'll see the results on a short later today, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day wherever you are in the world. Good evening, and yeah, have a great day. All the best. Take care.